Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Kampachi J, and today I just wanted to talk about Spider-Man 2 since, it released like 2 weeks ago. So I just wanted to finally make a review about the game, because uh, people, even though some people will still have some recency bias, saying the game is a perfect 10 out of 10, I just want to give my honest review and talk about my experience with the game. So let's get started. But first, make sure to like and subscribe and turn on the post notifications so you get notified every time I post some content. Anyways, let's for real get going. So the way I got the game was that I ordered it a couple days for pre-order, then it came the day of release. So I got to play it for the night, and I completed the game the next day. Then I 100% the game the day after, and then I platinumed it that same night. So I got the game done pretty quickly, but it doesn't mean the game was bad anyways, because I gotta be honest, probably one of my favorite games of all time. I really liked Spider-Man 2018 and Spider-Man Miles Morales, so I was expecting nothing but excellence from this game, but to be honest, it completely shattered my expectations, which is crazy to think about, you know. The first thing of like the first thing that's like really great about the game is honestly the traversal. The web swinging was already really good in Spider-Man 2018, and with Miles's Venom jump and Venom dash and Spider-Man Miles Morales, it became even better. So for this game to improve even upon that is crazy. Miles does still have the Venom dash and Venom jump, but so does Peter with this new spider arms he has. He has the spider jump and spider dash, but also they added things like the web slingshot, which allows you to gain mad speed, allowing you to cross crazy distances. Like, you know those missions where they have you like chase after a car? If you use the web slingshot, you're able to do that like in 2.5 seconds, which is like just so fast. And to be honest, going back to Spider-Man 2018 would be really weird because it will feel really slow in comparison. But also, this game has things like the loop-de-loop and which after you dive, you're able to just like do a loop-de-loop and gain some more speed, which is crazy. But also, one of the biggest things, the web wings. And like, can I say, it's a game changer. Every time the web wings were used, I honestly was amazed by how well it controlled. And if you get like upgrades, like longer web wing usage and faster web slinging speed, the game just becomes even better. I think this is honestly one of my favorite traversal systems and ways to get around in a video game. The only thing that kind of like compares is probably like usage of the spin dash in Sonic games, you know. But I would say Spider-Man is kind of a tier above that. When it comes to the combat, personally, Spider-Man 2018 was pretty bare bones, to be honest, and Spider-Man Miles Morales was the same, but with the Venom Punch, Venom Smash, Venom Jump, and Venom Dash, it was a little bit more fun. But Spider-Man 2 completely just like knocked it out the park. For one, we have like no more web wheels. Instead, all you have to do is hit a button combination and you automatically do like certain things, like shooting the upshot and stuff if you press L1 in triangle, which is really good. Same goes for like Miles's Venom powers. and Miles also has two types of Venom powers. Personally, I like to call him like the orange Venom, like his regular Venom powers, and the blue one's his negative Venom because like he got it from Martin Lee and stuff. Um, which is pretty cool. Peter, on the other hand, he has the spider arms from like the Iron Spider suit, and but later on you get the Venom suit, and like around the end of the game, spoilers, but around the end of the game, he gets like the anti Venom suit, which is basically the same but with a couple new moves, you know. But the best thing about the combat is probably the parry mechanic. Sometimes there's attacks that you can't really like dodge really well, so you have to parry them, and the parry is just like so satisfying to use, honestly. And that transitions into the boss fights. To be honest, there was only like two boss fights that I liked from Spider-Man 1, being Dr. Octavius and Shocker. But Spider-Man 2, all the boss fights are really good. The Lizard, Scream, Venom, Martin Lee, they were all fantastic. Craven too. Like it took me multiple tries to do each of them, but that was probably because I didn't really use the parry mechanic that well. But on my second playthrough, which I'm doing right now, on ultimate difficulty, I'm going to use the parry way better than before. So yeah. Overall, the combat is just fantastic, and the boss fights are just amazing to use the combat on. Personally, my least favorite was probably the boss fight against Peter, but that's mainly probably because I kind of sucked at doing the boss. But overall, all the boss fights are just fantastic. One quick thing I want to mention is the MJ missions. They were terrible, and the Miles missions were also terrible in Spider-Man 2018, and I was happy that they weren't in Miles Morales. But when I heard that they were going to be in Spider-Man 2, I was a little sad, but I was like, oh, you know, they could generally turn this into a horror experience similar to Resident Evil. And while the first and second missions of MJ are not really like that, on the other hand, the last one, that one goes crazy. I felt like I was in Resident Evil or The Last of Us, where I'm just like popping off shots and just completely tearing down all those symbiotes. I was just like weaving and dodging all those guys, and it was just fantastic in my opinion. I hope like if they do Spider-Man 3, they would continue doing more of the gunplay MJ missions, instead of like, you know, the just stealth ones, because the gun ones are way more fun. But overall, they took probably one of the worst parts of the game and made it into one of my favorite parts. Another thing I quickly want to mention is the story. Overall, I like the character arcs that Peter, Harry, and Miles all have, because they were all just like super good. But overall, I don't think the story was one of the best Spider-Man stories. Actually, I do think it's actually one of the best Spider-Man stories. But personally, compared to the first game, there are some parts that seem a little bit confusing. I can't name them on the top of my head, but overall, it's comparable to the first story in terms of like how good it is. But I will say Craven is definitely the best villain ever. Well, that's my review of Spider-Man 2, and overall I have to say the game's amazing. It's absolutely fantastic. It has the best swinging mechanics. It has one of the best Spider-Man stories of all time. I forgot to mention like the suits; those are amazing too. The MJ missions; those were fantastic. The combat fantastic. Overall, just a near perfect game, and I would highly recommend you go play it. If you don't have a PS5, too bad, so sad. Keep coping, and go play your Amazing Spider-Man 2 if you have a PS4. And for you Xbox users, go play Fortnite and use the Spider-Man web slingers, whatever, and you guys keep coping too. So, but overall, like I was saying, just an amazing game. Go play it.